The question we're asking is Jose Mourinho pressing the right buttons? Now, results might suggest no, but I want to talk about the season as a whole, Stuart. And it all began so well for them, winning their first 3 in the Premier League. But you think there was a distinct change in that Manchester City game?
The first 3 games, he played with the same players, he played the same system. Everybody was talking about how they knew what their jobs were, they knew what they had to do when they had the ball, they knew what they had to do when they didn't have the ball. And everything seemed to be going much better than it did under Louis van Gaal. And then he changed it for some reason against Manchester City, whether he was frightened of the game against Manchester City, where he thought they might play out from the back and cause them problems, which they did eventually. He played Mkhitaryan, he played Lingard, then took them off at half-time, and from that moment on, he's never known what his best tactics should be or his best side should be.
It's interesting as well because we always know him to be the man who deflects attention away from his players, but probably since Real Madrid now, he's actually been calling out some of the players, and we've seen it on so many occasions this season as well.
His success at Chelsea early on, and his success at Inter Milan and Porto, is because he had the players eating out of his hands, because he was a top-class coach. It wasn't what he said in the press, it wasn't what he did on the side of the pitch. He was out on the training ground, day in, day out, working with the players and doing things the players hadn't seen before. He doesn't do that anymore. He doesn't go out on the training pitch so much. The players aren't eating out of his hands, and he tries to manage the players through the press rather than on the training field. And that's a major worry for Manchester United, and it's a major worry for Mourinho.
And the press thing isn't working either. And obviously the sending off, the kicking of the water bottle, all these things are adding up. We saw it last season at Chelsea as well. It wasn't working. And the press are really going against him now. There seems to be a real push against him.
We've seen it too many times. I don't think the players believe it. I don't think the press believe it. And I don't think the fans are believing it at the moment. Yes, they're playing slightly better football. Yes, they played okay against Everton, but he's still not making the right decision, and he still doesn't know what his best team is. That's got to change fairly quickly.
He's frozen out so many players, but it's interesting in that last game against Everton, he seems to have brought back maybe 4 or 5 of those players that were out in the cold. Is he going a little bit soft on us? Is he turning? Is he making a U-turn?
He's got to win back the players. He couldn't win back the players at Chelsea last year, and they turned against him. He's got to win back those Manchester United players with his coaching. Forget the press and talking in the press. Just be normal with them. You've got to make sure that you coach out on the training field and get the players believing in what your tactics are.
Can he turn things around? Can he give Manchester United a top 4 spot?
I don't think he can, not at the moment, unless he gets out on the training field and does what he does best.
OK, thanks very much, Stuart. For all the very latest on your football club, keep it right here at ESPN FC.